This could have been your school.
An arson fire instantly robs school districts of valuable resources that should be used to benefit the students. Yes, an arson fire can happen at your school, and arson is occurring much too frequently. The leading cause of school structure fires is arson, and the average cost is $90,000. Besides the devastating physical loss of school property, possibly classrooms, offices, instructional supplies, and files, students are displaced from their classrooms, and sometimes the whole school, for an indefinite period while repairs and reconstruction are completed. A school fire creates tremendous emotional loss, fear, sadness, and the feeling of violation. No one wants to see any damage to their school. This is a call to action to all of you, principals, staff, students, parents, and school neighbors. Be prepared and reduce your risk of loss at the hands of an arsonist. Let's take a look at the arson problem and what you can do about it.
You know, anytime someone burns property that does not belong to them on purpose, they have committed a crime. Here it's going to be called arson, a felony, something that they can be arrested for, prosecuted, placed on probation, removed from the home, and ending up having a criminal record. Most school fires occur when school is out of session, during the evenings, during the weekends, and many times it's not a child or a teenager that's starting the fire. It could be an adult. It could be a past student, or it could be someone who is familiar or involved in the school. The majority of children who cause fires do not continue that same type of behavior as an adult. But the serial arsonists that have been studied in this country, all of them had a history of setting fires as a child. To cause a fire, all it takes is something hot, something that can burn, and oxygen in the air. So that means that boxes that deliver school lunches, paperwork that students throw away in a trash can, any item made out of wood, cloth, or paper can be ignited by enough heat. Most people don't understand how fast fire is, that a fire that occurs indoors can make that living situation untenable within 5 minutes. It's really important that all fires are reported, whether it's finding a piece of paper burn, a melted trash can, and it also is crucial to cordon off the area where the fire occurred at. Do not clean up that area, call 911, and have an investigator out to document what happened.
Arson fires are not only the most expensive types of property loss in terms of total monies paid out, but also happen more frequently than any other single incident type. Often these fires happen when school is out, at night, on long weekends, with the frequency higher in July and December. The top 5 areas burned at school sites are single classrooms, storage sheds and containers, playground equipment, portable classrooms, and multi-purpose rooms. Schools have a lot to lose in an arson fire. Let these personal accounts of school arson fires speak for themselves.
The whole roof was on fire. It was just devastating. But I think the thing that struck me the most was, how could this happen? We felt we were prepared. The students felt very, very violated. The teachers, the staff, I felt like it was a violation of our school community and the place where we spent the day and spent many evenings together in team meetings and working with our community. So it was, for me, and I believe for most everyone, just devastating. We were in disbelief. Parents were very supportive. The whole community came to help us. And at that point, I realized that it not only was the expense, it not only was the lack of having a safe environment, but it was also the whole school community felt that they had been attacked.
I remember the drama teacher kind of running into my office, which is a large office area, and asking where the fire extinguisher was. And we all kind of, you know, came to attention to help her and kind of ran around for a moment. And as I saw her run back into the back side of the theater room, I just remember in slow motion watching this ember that was the size of a big sycamore leaf come floating out of the room. I think the kids were really in shock just watching the smoke billow out. We really didn't know whether anyone was in there, you know, whether everyone got out. That was just, it was too chaotic to know at that moment. It was almost like losing a city block in town. We lost this entire wing of the school. It became inaccessible to us. Melted puddles of chairs, the remnants of a coffee pot, just a pool, a hardened pool of plastic on a counter. The refrigerators were blackened on the outside. The ceilings were gone. It was awful to see. For me and my fellow counselors, we walked out, you know, never to go in again for what became 2 years. It was just like losing part of your home.
An arson fire costs dearly. School structures, instructional materials, and equipment are all expensive. Children's work and records are irreplaceable. Lost resources for schools are just that, lost. Those funds should be spent on students' education, books, school improvement, and enrichment, rather than repair and replacement. Arson is nothing but a senseless waste. Be proactive. Don't let this crime of opportunity devastate your school. Take action with the following prevention measures to reduce the risk of an arson fire. Some arson fires occur because materials to start a fire are readily available. Reduce the opportunity for an arsonist to set a fire on your campus by maintaining good housekeeping at your school.
Remove garbage cans daily during non-school hours. Garbage has been used as an ignition source for arson fires or to keep an unwelcome visitor warm.
Cut back vegetation around the campus building to reduce fire risk and hiding places. Keep vegetation watered and green. Clear away any debris around buildings.
Keep dumpsters at least 10 feet away from buildings and roof overhangs. Make sure all discarded materials are placed inside the containers and padlock them after school hours.
Check lighting with a night walk through your campus. Replace all burned out bulbs. Install lighting, including motion sensor lights, in currently dark areas and secluded ones. Increased lighting not only deters vandalism, theft, and arson, but makes potential fire setters more visible for identification purposes if something happens.
Securely store combustibles such as paint, gasoline, and oil in proper flammable storage containers. Put them in a locked location to restrict access. This container can withstand a fire and protect the contents inside. Minimize the quantity of combustibles in storage. Dispose of materials you don't need.
In outside hallways and quads, post all notices and paper signs in protective glass display cases. Loose papers increases the opportunity to start fires.
Block access to narrow spaces or gaps between portable structures with fencing or other barriers.
What's your question?
Include fire safety education as part of your school's curriculum. Have your local fire department's public education officer talk to students about what constitutes arson and the serious consequences of that crime.
In California, you can be arrested for it.
A construction site can be an easy target for arsonists. Fence the area and secure it with alarms, or by installing cameras for video surveillance. Limit the amount of debris left about and clear it away from the building.
There are many entry points to a school. Each one, if not protected, is an opportunity for an arsonist to start a fire. Look for vulnerable areas at your school site.
Check all windows and doors to ensure that they close and lock securely. Keep them locked when school is out.
Remove ladders and equipment when not in use. Store appropriately.
Check your site for structures around buildings that may lead to unwanted roof access. Prevent your school's roof from becoming a playground.
Roof vents and skylights should be protected by grills, bars, and covers. Roof access latches should be locked.
Secure all vents and screens to crawl space areas under the campus buildings and portables. A heavy gauge screen with flanges that bolt to the outside of the building helps prevent access.
Skirting should be fitted at the base of portable classrooms to prevent access under the building. Don't give an arsonist an easy place to start a fire.
You have many tools and fire prevention devices at your school to reduce the damage if a fire occurs. School staff must know how to use this equipment, ensure that it is maintained properly, and understand the procedure to follow for all fires.
Check that automatic sprinkler systems are fully operational. Inspect water supply sources regularly.
Inspect fire, heat, smoke, and intrusion alarm systems monthly to be sure they're working properly and the alarm signal is audible where needed. Repair all malfunctioning elements. Losses are significantly less in schools with automatic detection systems.
Leaving it back.
Train your staff on the use of the school's fire extinguishers. Ensure that the equipment is serviced regularly and in good working condition.
Yes, I need to report a small fire located in our women's...
Report all suspicious fires, no matter how small, to the local fire department. Request that they come to investigate for possible arson. Early intervention with a fire setter may avert future arson fires.
Keep fire hydrants free of debris and vegetation. Make it easy for the firemen.
Identify how you can make your school site more secure and take steps to shield your school from unwelcome intruders. Although some actions may have additional costs, many are simple to implement with a little time and planning.
Strongly consider installing cameras at your school. They provide invaluable surveillance and deter all types of crime.
Add or increase nightly security patrols on campus. Their presence alone is a deterrent.
Turn on your outside sprinklers during night hours, especially in the 11 p.m. 1 a.m. time period. Intruders don't like to get wet.
Keep window coverings closed after school hours to hide room contents. Fires are sometimes set to cover breaking and entering and theft.
Manage access to your site. Consider how responsible community members using your school after hours may reduce your vulnerability to arson simply by their presence.
Discourage loiterers and intruders at your school. Be aware of possible warning signs indicating someone congregating on your school grounds that shouldn't be there. Examples include cigarette butts, graffiti, matches, discarded bottles, and garbage. Vandalism and arson go hand in hand.
Promote arson prevention at a school staff meeting. Use this video to increase awareness about the potential for arson at your site and the significance of a loss to your school community.
Make this video part of your safety plan. Use the prevention checklist to evaluate your arson risk.
Present this video at a parent-teacher organization meeting. Empower them to be extra eyes on campus regarding arson prevention. Suggest the ways that they can help.
Invite your school's neighbors to be partners in your fire prevention plan. Get to know them. Ask your neighbors to take an extra look at the school after hours as they walk and drive by. Report any activity that doesn't look right.
Your school is not immune to arson, and it affects all of us in the community. Increasing awareness about the problem and recognizing the hazards that can contribute to fire setting is the first step towards arson prevention. This is the time for principals, staff, parents, students, and neighbors to team together to make an action plan to fight school arson. Some arson fires you may not be able to prevent, but don't make it easy. Take a good look around your school. These preventive measures we've outlined are doable and can actually make a difference right now. Protect the resources your school and district have to be used for your students. It's worth the effort and attention.
Hey, Rueben, let's play.
Yeah! Put it up, put it up! Yeah.
Nice.
Good job. Good job.